Alright. Let's get situated, and they didn't tell me if I was live. Oh. Oh, I am. Cool. Normally it says you're live, but I didn't get that message, so. Oh yeah, I meant to go through and delete a bunch of... Actually, yeah, before people start showing up, I'm gonna delete some of my other characters. I haven't done anything with a lot of them. I just made them and then called it a day. So that'll speed up some of the game, hopefully. Alright, so let's take care of this real quick. Felix can be deleted. Nicholas can be deleted. Kale, which is a type of food. Gorsh. Golric. Adrius. Angio. Habitus. Frederick. I think I already delete. Whoops. I deleted some of my other playthroughs where I was playing. Whoopsies. There we go, that'll help a little bit. Okay.
Repent.
We'll do it the hard way. Yeah.
Easy slaughter. Alright, actually before I get started, let's take care of some of these longer lasting buffs. Also, my frame rate is awful. 1 second. I'm gonna quit back to the main menu and see if that helps. Why is my frame rate so awful? Actually, I might just relaunch the game. That might be better. So give me 1 minute while I do that, because it's... ugh. What a miserable experience. Oh, yeah, it's going to take a little while because... oh no, it took like no time at all. Normally Kingmaker takes minutes to sync with the Steam Cloud, but actually I may have turned it off because it took so long. Yeah, I still don't know what Kingdom is companion quests are. I'm assuming those are the quests associated with the alignment quests for your kingdom. Hey, what's up, Jupes? I have to relaunch the game because it's my frame rate was awful. It's just the worst. Might be a sign that I'm not supposed to stream today, because I'm not feeling 100% either. But I'm going to try and push through. Well, it's not really pushing through, because I don't mind talking. Alright, that's a little better.
I won't be halted.
Actually, it's a lot better.
Dead. Everyone is dead.
Oh yeah, I've never seen this before because I've never rescued Jamadi second.
Where have you been?
You know, minding my own business.
No, it doesn't matter. Don't bother answering. I've no interest in your excuses. You're late, and it's all over. My army's been destroyed, and the way to Rostov is unprotected. Your reinforcements won't make any difference now.
Yeah, how was the battle?
How do you think? The barbarians outnumbered us, and with giants at their sides. It was a slaughter. We killed many of them on the battlefield, but my army was decimated in the process. How should I know? Probably picked them up as children in Numeria and raised them to fight. Giants are dangerous enough on their own, but under the command of an experienced warlord. Should I thank you for that? What good is a commander with no army? Now I'll just die a few days later, attempting to defend Rostov proper from these barbarians. So great. Thanks.
I need to be a little more appreciative.
Do you even comprehend what this means? We were double-crossed. All this, all these deaths, all for nothing. I'll find the ones responsible. Hunt them to the ends of Golarion if I have to. And if it turns out the Sertovas were behind it all, gods help them.
Yeah, she's extremely upset. I mean, I showed up. I mean, I did have other stuff I had to take care of, which... yeah, it was a pretty big deal.
Follow through on your agreement with the barbarians. Go to their main camp. It's not far. In the meantime, I'll try to save whatever remains of my army. Go. Too much blood's been shed this day. But perhaps we can still save someone.
Yeah, she's pretty upset about that. Alright, let's get some of these longer lasting buffs.
Require my assistance?
Let's move
The
already.
undead is such a frivolous term. I prefer immortal, eternal, everlasting.
I wonder how much is going to be left to actually fight in this area, considering the battle's over.
Speak. What's the hold-up?
Oh, that's probably okay for now. Let's quick save. Applying buffs can be a bit of a hassle. You don't want to have to redo that. That's why the game feels so much slower than it normally does. Might be because I took a day break.
We do it my way. Onwards!
Repent. Who will prevail? Does it matter?
I'm assuming they're not immune to poison, right?
Yes.
Alright, good job everybody. Once again.
I lead. You follow.
Ooh. The shame is you have to wait this far into the game to get it, but there are a fair few amount of Barbarian double axes throughout the game. Which is
We do it
pretty
my
impressive.
way.
So I think those have been in the game since the beginning as well, so those aren't the cave barbarians and orcs weapons, but nobody else.
I won't
There's only 2 Earthbreakers. Only one unique Earthbreaker at the beginning of the game when it first came out. I feel like a 2-handed hammer is a pretty common weapon.
Taste my
be
fury.
battles away.
It's not something that should
We'll
be
do it the hard way.
rare for weapons or games to have.
Head on!
So I'm pretty sure there were more. Well, I would say more, because again, there's a few Earthbreakers, but not enough unique ones.
We do it my way.
Because you had the Masterwork, of course, you can get at Oleg's, and then there was the Cold Iron one that you get at the capital.
Unworthy.
And then there was the Flaming one that you get at the
You never had a chance.
Kraglin Arms Cave. Then the +4 attacks. Then, of course, the unique that Vrask
Onwards!
will make for you if it's not, if the quest isn't bugged. And then
I see something.
I cut them to pieces!
Your life ebbs low.
the +4s you get. I already said that. But now they've added the unique one in on the way to Mordecai's tomb, which is a +4.
I won't be halted.
You have my attention. You cannot stand against me.
Maybe him being up front isn't the best idea here. Yeah, why are you chasing that guy? That's weird that he changed targets like that. So my Barbarian, chill out for a second. This battle's quickly getting out of my hands. I'm aggroing way too many people.
We do
Okay,
it my
see?
way.
That's why I keep AI on, because I don't have to do
Speak your
anything.
desire.
Tashani Savitor. Tashani Savitor.
Sorry, was lost in thought.
Alright, it's a quick save after all that ruckus.
Head on! None shall escape!
Is going to hurt.
Oh, he died. Oh well, we'll just resurrect him. No big deal. Oh, a speed javelin +3. How exhilarating.
The end draws near.
Oh, by the way, I'm also not feeling 100%, I think. I may have already said that. I don't remember. So if I'm not my usual chipper self, it's because of that.
All this waiting bores me.
Honestly, I'm just really tired. I think that's what it is. I was out in the sun all day yesterday. Which used to not be a problem for me, but
Was not in vain.
since I've started school again, I don't spend nearly as much time outside as I used to. I'll see what my team is seeing.
No one stands in my way.
So what are we stopping on?
We do it my way.
Hey, this guy. Why would I tell him this? So he attacks me? That's like some good experience right there, though. Well,
You should
we'll take those gems. Well, thanks. You know, I tried starting out all my videos by saying, it's time to bring it dawn, or something like that.
I won't be halted.
But,
Surprise.
I don't know why I stopped. I think my very first video I ever uploaded, I did it.
Submit.
This spell's not supposed to work like that.
Good job, team. Another resounding victory
You follow.
for the heroes of the Stolen Land.
Taste my
You cannot
fury.
stand against me.
Did this barbarian kill all these wolves by himself? I'm so good on him. Hey, it's Hilla and Nober in
We
them.
do it
Was that where we
my
started off at?
way.
Yeah, because that's Gwort. Yeah, okay. Burke!
Onwards.
Can I do anything with you guys? Yeah, no, I agree wholeheartedly. As Phil, yeah, I don't know why I made the decision. I don't remember the decision I made in regards to my introductions to my videos. I only did it a couple of times.
I'm positive I found something.
I've gone through a few different, whoops.
Ask.
A few different ones. Some of them are subtler than others. Yeah, I'm always torn between on my channel. I want to be more professional or more jokesy. I mean, humor is always welcome, of course, but I just I forgot what I'm looking for. Oh yeah.
Request.
Doesn't she have? Yeah, there it is.
Magritium Turinos.
And sorry, my responses seem a little stunted. I'm not at 100% today.
I will grant your request.
Oh no, get out of there. That's why I just... Ugh. Whatever.
Wretched things.
To the dust you will go. What a waste.
It's the Barbarian camp.
Grotus awaits us.
A fatal mistake.
Despicable.
Amateurs.
So, I mean, it is an assault of sorts. I did show up late to the battle, and Jamandi was none too happy with me.
Share your will.
Tashani
You have more attention.
Seeing as I went after Tristian first.
Magritium Turinos.
Head on!
Yeah, no, I've been teasing actually starting a new introduction for my videos as well. And by new introduction, I mean not having like a standardized one, just winging it each time. But I have a hard time doing stuff like that because I love me some consistency. In my, it's hard to break out of wanting to be consistent.
I won't be halted.
But I also feel like being consistent so often really stunts my introductions, doesn't make it feel as natural or fluid as it could.
We do it my way.
Yeah, I mean, right now it's simple. If someone, you know, hears the beginning of my video, they can recognize it as me. It doesn't take too long to say. So it's just quick, alright, let's get into the gameplay sort of thing. Oh, I mean, I'm happy with it, but there's always room for improvement. But I also don't want to try too hard, you know? Because then if you try too hard, your channel does become a little unnatural feeling. That's another reason why I don't do audio and video separate. I know a lot of people recommend doing audio and video separately, but I feel like that you can usually tell when people do that. Like they'll record their video, then they'll go and they'll talk over it. I mean, obviously the style of video matters too. Like if it's a review, that makes more sense, obviously. But if you're doing like a let's play, it's a little off-putting. Well, thank you. I've been complimented quite a bit, even by people who don't actually watch my stuff. They usually compliment it in some way or another when they, you know, stumble across it. Thank you. I do say hello, or that's not right. I know that's not how I actually say it in my Let's Plays. What's going on, Gunny Gray? Yeah, and I'm still trying to develop my preferred way of working, I think. We'll get there. I mean, I haven't been doing it that long compared to, you know, some Let's Players.
Onwards.
So, I mean, I think I've you know, developed my own style, but there's still, my style is very vague, so I can mold and work with it still. Oh, this is actually very good, since we do use Dazzling Display frequently. I wonder if this would be better. I mean, no, it only put her up to 9, so it only be better. Alright, one of these containers has the, there it is. This is one of the better quivers in the game. Actually, one of the best items in the game, in my opinion. Shoot, where's it at? I'll just go to it. Is it not under this? Oh, there it is. So Ancient Hunt, it provides a limitless supply of lawful cold iron arrows that give +2 bonus to both attack and damage against Fae. You fight a lot of Fae in this game. Especially in the later chapters. So, highly recommend having that equipped on a archer. Did anybody have a good weekend? Yeah, it is, again, that's why I like having Echo Dio with me, because he's really good against animals and magical animals, which is the entire season of Bloom, and then, you can equip him with that, and he just tears apart Fae in the late game. Alright, so we're done here, I believe, right? Oh, whoops. There's Jamandi.
Here's to our savior. The barbarians are routed. Congratulations on your glorious victory.
Well, I hope everybody's staying safe.
Yes, a truly heroic deed. Believe me, I won't forget it.
Was there something specific, Gunny Gray, that happened to you yesterday, or is it just generalized after what happened yesterday?
Oh, so that's the reason. Yes, I'm sure your personal interests are most sacred to you. So, how much were you offered for the deed?
Yeah, I'm lucky. I don't live in a big city, so.
For goodness sake. You may be accustomed to dealing with mercenaries, but greed isn't the only thing that motivates people. No one offered anything to the Baron. He acted in accordance with his state's interest, as any true ruler should. I would even go so far as to say this man has shown wisdom beyond his station. Not just that of a baron, but that of a true king.
Am I hearing you right? Are you ready to acknowledge him as your equal?
Well, as your equal at least, Sword Lord. So, what do you say? Can you bear the burden of the crown?
Man, I can do Jumanji dirty. Let's do it.
You bring up an excellent point. With Restov's army defeated, Brevoy has little left to protect it from its numerous enemies. Yes, I believe you'll render invaluable service to Brevoy if you station your army, let's say, at Navakta's Crossing. What do you say, Sword Lord? Or would you prefer I garrison soldiers from House Sertova there? I'm fine with either solution, really.
Yeah, it's like how... Because, I mean, again, you have Jumanji to thank for where you're currently at in the first place. Then you go and you just straight up give her the middle finger. Always a good time. Yeah, but can you falter for, trying?
As you wish. His troops will suffice.
I mean, it's... Though she was relying on a complete stranger, just some random adventurer, to kind of be brought into her side of the plan, so... I do like how you don't have to side with her. You can side with the Sertovas.
Well, it's time I return to what's left of my army. I wish you luck, Your Highness. There's an old proverb in our lands. Before giving orders, one must learn to take them. You've proven quite adept at the former. Let's see how you do at the latter.
Congratulations, Your Highness. Your prior actions proved you capable of seizing power. But today is the day you proved yourself able to keep it. Go ahead and order the ceremonial vestments for your coronation. And while they're being prepared, you should finish what you started. Find the barbarian chieftain and expel the barbarians from your lands. Establish peace in the region. And take steps to ensure no magical beasts randomly appear within your lands again.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, but in her position, I understand where she's coming from. I mean, she doesn't want to risk her people or, you know, herself to conquer the stolen lands and create that as her own barony or part of her lands. So, I mean, she did take an opportunistic individual, an adventurer that was there to adventure anyway. So why not, you know, have them go out and do what they set out to do in the first place? So it was definitely... I get where she's coming from. I get Jamadi's point of view in all of this. Well, okay, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to compare Jamadi to Hitler, but yeah. I got you. Oh yeah, she's definitely a warrior over a politician. She's a warrior playing politician. I mean, it's the same thing with Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar was a warrior before he was a politician. He was a fantastic general and a great orator, but he was not a good politician. His son, on the other hand, Augustus... Octavius. Ugh. He was a good politician. Actually, he was renowned for holding grudges for years and not acting on them, so people would completely forget about whatever wrong they committed towards him, and then he'd have them killed or punished for it, like, just years later. Yeah, because then they can... And then also having some random individual in charge of that proxy state, it's like, oh, well, I didn't know they were going to do that, you know? Like, you could just completely wipe your hands of the whole whatever happens there. I mean, it's not the worst idea, but it's also... There's too many variables to take into account. it's too easy for it to slip out of her control, which it just did, so. She would think that whoever was in charge of the barony would feel like they owed her loyalty, but they don't. Considering the land was cursed and I'm getting shafted by a nymph. Oh, with Augustus. Sorry, I'm reading a lot of stuff here. 1 second. Yeah, you can't always trust prophecy states, because once they have the power and authority in their own hands, there's no way to guess which way they'll go with it. I think some people would take the offer up if only to stop the Stag Lord, not necessarily to become a Baron. So, like, I think a Paladin would easily take the quest to stop the Stag Lord because he's a bandit. I don't know if that's exactly how Augustus did it. Gunny. That's those some generalizations. I'm not that familiar with Augustus. I never saw that discussion on Reddit about the class alignments, but I mean, it makes sense, yeah. Especially like a druid, a true neutral druid would have no interest in stopping the Stag Lord or becoming a Baron anyway. Especially setting up a civilization. They don't want to make cities. And Bogart, yeah, the U.S. has a tendency of, or has a habit of doing stuff like that. Well, yeah, but I mean, some people could have been caught up there just by circumstance. Like, all right, well, hey, go kill this evil guy. And they're like, okay, we can do that. Then, in like chaotic evil would be okay with it because you never know with chaotic evil. Maybe they just want power, you know. I mean, not a lot of countries do. Not a lot of superpowers do, or you know, British or empires, I guess. No, a lot of countries aren't held accountable for their actions. But this isn't a political thing. I don't want to get too much into politics. Because anything that's said about politics can be misconstrued, and I don't want my channel to be sucked into that. Oh no, y'all are fine. I mean, I'm okay with the discussion. I just don't want to sound like I'm trying to stay politically neutral, despite my own personal beliefs on the channel. Because it's, you know, if I ever do get big, people come back and find this. Like, oh, this guy said this. It's like, yeah, but that's not what I meant.
I need to catch my breath.
I was gonna be careful with what you say. But even if you're careful, like, anyone can, I don't know, just... So much can just be... I don't know how to describe it. Just keep losing my train of thought. People hear what they want to hear. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say.
You know, Jubilost, I think you would make a great priest.
Well, thanks,
in the
Vigo.
future.
Yeah,
Your
I will say,
sense
though,
of
cancel
purpose,
culture is toxic, and
your
that needs to
eloquence.
stop.
A priest? Me? I'd die of boredom in a week if I had to repeat the same cheerless sermons day after day, or I'd add some new ideas, and in no time I'd be expelled from the priesthood for heresy.
I mean, look at the guy that was here the other day. That said he was here Saturday, 2 days ago. He was talking to. He asked if my flag that my profile picture was holding was anarcho-communist because it was red and black. I just like the color scheme. Just because I like a color, it makes, you know, it... Actually, I should go to this town and sell stuff. Like, things like that could just be easily taken out of context for no reason. So... Like, I just like red and black. It's a cool color scheme. Blue and black is cool. Just because I like the color blue doesn't mean I'm depressed. Thanks, Gunny Gray. Thank you for that disclaimer.
Head on!
No, I've tossed around the idea of becoming a little more politically active, but it's always hard to do. Because you'd be surprised the assumptions people make about me because I served in the military. But again, yeah, I don't want to get too into politics. Let's talk about video games. Actually, you know what I have to say about politics? Everyone should be nice to each other. As I've said before in stream, in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, it's summarized perfectly. Be excellent to each other, and party on, dudes. Yeah, like I think chaotic evil would also go for the barony. Like if they're one of those chaotic evil that just want power or whatever. But I don't see, again, some classes like druids I don't see going for the barony. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. The only thing that I could see a druid going for is maybe trying to stop the corruption of the land. Or trying to stop the Stag Lord's father, the druid.
Why don't we set
Time
up
to
camp?
get some rest, isn't it?
Onwards!
Advance, scared. You should be.
My way!
Oh yeah, I do want to say one more thing about politics. I know I keep saying to move on from it, but I keep bringing it back up. The channel's here for a good time, for everybody to have a good time and relax, and no one can have a good time or relax when politics are involved. So, I do want to keep it exempt from the... Yeah, that's what I was saying, like the fog, or stop the, again, the evil druid, or restore the Temple of the Elk or something. Like, I get that. I'm trying to think of other classes that it wouldn't make sense. Because you have the druids... That's all I can really think of. That's the only class that doesn't make sense to me. The rest of them could always make an argument for it. Yeah, I guess a monk wouldn't make much sense either. Unless he's trying to start his own monastic order in the Stolen Lands or something. Yeah, I guess that one would make sense either. Yeah, I don't see our ranger, unless their name is Aragorn,
You fall.
trying to rule a kingdom either. Yeah, that would be very thematic. Jupes. I think that would be pretty cool. Yeah, I think a paladin fits really well because they're trying to restore law and order to a land that doesn't have any. Like, it'd be a good, very crusade-y mentality. I mean, paladins almost fit like any AP extremely well. Yeah, I don't often miss a chance for a good Lord of the Rings reference. It's my favorite fantasy setting. Yeah, I like Dune as well, though I'm not as familiar with Dune as I am with like other sci-fi settings. Though I am excited for the new Dune movie. I think it looks pretty good. But I am one of those people, Star Wars, I like the movies, but I'm not super... When it comes to Star Wars, I prefer what's come from the movies, like the games, and like the novels, and like all the extra media. The movies are just... I give them credit for starting it all, but they're definitely not my favorite part of Star Wars. Yeah, I wish the extended universe was still, canon. Well, I guess the Legends is what they call it now. There's some good stuff there. And I feel like, again, the movies didn't do a good job of really showing Vader's power, but, like, if you read the comics or read the books, like, Vader's a monster. He's actually, like, extremely... well, just a really cool character. Yeah, I mean, I could see a barbarian starting his own kingdom because I don't know, I see like barbarian kings. I mean, I'm a big fan of Conan, the barbarian, and he was trying to become king. So I have a slightly different take on barbarian kings. Rogue One was the only of the new movies that I actually liked. And yeah, the scene at the end of Rogue One, oh boy. I could watch a 10-hour repeat of that. Yeah, I'm also a Warhammer 40k fan, but it's hit or miss though, depending on like the author and stuff. But like the overarching lore is always really good. But yeah, I'll never say that I'm not a Warhammer fan. But Lord of the Rings has a special place in my heart. Plus the movies, like best movies ever made, hands down. That is a hill I will die on, because the quality of them have just held up over the years.
We do it my way.
It's crazy just how well they've held up, how good they are still today. There's Amiri's queen. That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, they might become complacent as well with the whole, in the city. The fan films for what? For 40K? I've seen some of them. It's about the Astartes films in particular. There's probably some older ones I haven't seen, but I've seen most of them. And I even watch text-to-speech as well. Well, I mean, if you can make her chief, I mean, chief is just a couple steps away from king. The Hobbit films, I am...
Onwards.
There's some really cool fan service in them, but I'll have to give them another chance. I'll watch them again. I'll get back to you on that, because from what I remember, again, there's some like cool moments. There's some good scenes, some good fan service, like with Elrond, Galadriel, Saruman, and Gandalf fighting the Wraiths. That was really cool. And like some of the fight scenes were really cool, but they were a little comedic, even the fight scenes. The Battle of the Five Armies was good. I mean, the whole mountain song was really good. I don't know a lot of the names of all the stuff in the movies itself, but The Hobbit was the first of the first of Tolkien's books that I actually read. I don't remember what I was doing. Didn't I have a quest? Alright, let's grab Miri and go visit Nilak.
You follow.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely... The Hobbit films did put a bad taste in my mouth initially, but I will watch them again, because I do want to approach it. If is there anything I don't like, I like to approach it a second time to ensure that I don't actually like it. Because as you get older, your opinions change, and you can dissect things better. You've never watched the Lord of the Rings trilogy? Oh boy, you're in for a treat. If you watch the extended edition or the director's cut, I will say the books are, they can be hard to read. It's just Tolkien's writing style. But I do highly recommend them. But I will say that they're not for everybody, and I will never judge anyone who doesn't read the Lord of the Rings books. Because when I was younger, I couldn't stand them. It wasn't until I got a little bit older that I started reading them. Oops, I forgot to go through all that stuff. Oh yeah. I mean, the movies are masterpieces. I will praise those movies all day. I've actually been trying to get Mrs. Bring It On to watch the trilogy again. She's not as big into fantasy and stuff as I am.
I need to catch my breath.
No, I'll gush about the Lord of the Rings movies all day. I want to watch that thing. Was it Jim Gap? I never heard of the guy. They had an internet reunion recently. I wouldn't mind watching that. Though I don't care for celebrities. I don't keep up with celebrities. They don't mean anything to me.
And still, how do great empires decay? How does their fall begin? This
Yeah,
is
but
a
we're all-
mystery worthy of a great mind.
In the north, every fool knows the answer. The end is near when a great chief who has conquered all the neighboring tribes starts to eat more than hunt and sleep more than fight.
Alright, sorry, I know I stop talking in the middle of sentences, but I don't want to interrupt voice acting. But yeah, we're on Arts here. It's what we do. That's why I made the channel, so, you know, we have somewhere to congregate and enjoy the same things. Share what we know and love. Meatloaf from Madonna. I thought they were the same person anyway. I thought Meatloaf was like an anagram of Madonna. No, what I wish
We do it my way.
I wish that Lord of the Rings: The Third Age, the game, was available on Steam or GOG. They took it down in like 2011, so I think their license ran out for it. No, I just don't understand like the whole celebrity worship. I don't want to say worship, but people are just obsessed with celebrities, and I don't get it. I can't get invested in someone else's life like that. I've got my own life to live. Have you been to his plaque?
I am prepared to meet my end. Are you?
He does have a plaque, right? I thought he had a plaque like in a city somewhere. I can't tell you much more than that. Okay. So have you been to it?
Tear them apart!
Unworthy.
Cool. I should have taken the time to visit it one of the several times I've driven cross country. I've made the drive across country from east to west coast 6 times. I didn't actually stop to visit a whole lot because I was usually moving for the military, so I was on a time limit. feel like that's exactly what a serial killer would say, Boggart.
Head on! Run them through! I'm superior!
Could be worse. And will be. Definitely will be.
Oh, is that where you went to school? You went to military school? That sound like fun. I guess I could give this to Canera.
I won't be halted.
Whew. Was it? I mean, how was it? I don't know a whole lot about military school.
We do it my way.
I can tell you about boot camp though.
I lead. You follow.
Well, sorry. Was lost in thought.
Where is the Pike Stretch? That's where I need to go.
I need to catch my breath.
Gunny is can be short for Gunnery Sergeant, which is a Marine Corps rank.
How can you be happy and make plans for your future? Every moment you laugh or peacefully enjoy your life, someone somewhere else is breathing their
Hold on one second, I forgot my E's.
Time you open your
It's above
mouth,
Staff
I
Sergeant,
hope
so an
for a
E7.
relaxed
E7?
evening phase.
Yeah, E6 is Staff Sergeant,
Please
E7 Gunnery
don't
Sergeant.
get all wound up.
Yeah, Master Gunnery Sergeant is E9, shares the same rank with a Sergeant Major, which is also an E9. Depends on what your EA rank is, whether you go First Sergeant or Master Sergeant. Yeah, typically Gunnery Sergeants don't appreciate you calling them Gunny unless they give you permission. Oh, were you a Gunnery Sergeant? Or were you a Master Gunnery Sergeant? Oh, I am assuming you're a Master Gunnery Sergeant at 22 years, unless you did something naughty.
Onwards. We do it my way.
Wretched things. What for Gorum?
How many castings of mirror images does she have memorized? We're getting flanked. Oh, disintegrate. It depends on their encumbrance. So if we look at my characters, and also different races and different characters have different speeds. So dwarves have a naturally slower speed. Well, it's not. Their speed, I think, is always set to 20. Let me look at their abilities. Where's it at? So dwarf, where's it at? Should be around here somewhere. Yeah, slow and steady. So dwarves have a base speed of 20 feet, but their speed is never modified by armor or encumbrance. So they always move at 20 feet. Oh, does that affect their speed, Boggart? But also, if you look at their individual encumbrances, so like if I go here, so my Barbarian is medium encumbered, medium, are they all medium? Oh, this is my overall encumbrance. Where's the individual encumbrance? I thought it was right there, I guess not. But also armor affects your encumbrance and things like that.
I won't be halted.
No problem, man. Any other questions? Feel free to ask. As long as it's a question I can answer, so I don't look like a fool on stream. Yeah, I know. I mean, Jubilost usually moves slow in combat anyway, because he is a gnome, so he moves slower than other races anyway. Then barbarians get a bunch of movement in combat, right? Where's it at? Well, they had something that allowed them to move faster in combat. I don't see it now. It's interesting.
We do it.
Yeah, there's still some bugs sticking around in the game, and it hasn't received any updates anytime soon. And I doubt it's going to get any more support. Well, I wouldn't say I doubt it. I'm sure if the community brought it up, they'd. Outcast's pretty good about fixing stuff. But again, in case y'all guys weren't here when I initially said it, I'm not at 100% today, so if like some of my responses are like stunted or incomplete, yeah, that's why. I'm just a little off kilter today. Yeah, absolutely. I still think if the community brought up like a legitimate concern or something with the game, they might take the time to fix it, because they're pretty good about stuff like that. But I haven't been able to vote for the race between the Ratmen, Catmen, and Foxmen, or women. Because it won't let me, just won't let me vote. When I try to vote, it says I need to log in. But it won't let me log in. I've already verified that I've backed the game. I emailed them, they gave me a link to try out, and it didn't work at all. Well, I mean, sorry, the link worked. It took me to where I think they wanted me to go, but there was no option to do anything with the voting there, so. I mean, most indie games are better than AAA studios, because they have to make a good impression. They don't have all that advertising and stuff. Other indie companies' advertising is through players, usually.
I lead, you follow.
I also find indie games to be more... What's the word I'm trying to think of? Less one-dimensional. Where, like, AAA titles, they usually have, like, one thing that the game's going to focus on. Indie games have a little more flexibility, if that makes sense. I'm probably not phrasing anything correctly. Again, not at 100%. But yeah, indie games do depend on quality to sell their games. Where AAA can just shove advertisements down everyone's throat, so then even people that aren't gamers know about the game. So, you know, the extremely casual players are gonna, you know, buy up these AAA titles. That's where most of their sales come from. Well, thanks, Boggart, but I'm always gonna be self-conscious about because my stuff. I keep jumping around. I can't see right now. I can't complete thoughts. No. Again, y'all can discuss politics. It's okay. Talk about whatever you want. I might not engage too much in the political talk, but also don't attack other people's views. Be nice. That's the chat rule. We gotta be kind to each other. And respect each other's beliefs unless they're bigoted or racist. Or something, you know, some sort of intolerant belief, then you can see yourself out of the chat. So I don't want to get too political. There are some political stances that don't require any nuance.
Head on.
Ready and willing.
Racism is outdated. Bigotry is outdated.
This is
We'll do it the hard way.
How curious.
But yeah, they do have to appease Chinese audiences or government as well. Yeah, I guess so, Boggart. Or y'all just sit there laughing at me because I can't talk. I'm on to you guys. Don't worry.
Onwards.
Oh, I know I'm cool. Don't you worry about that. I'm the coolest guy you guys have ever met on the internet.
We do it my way.
And since I told you that on the internet, you know it's true. Because, everything's true on the internet. There we go. I forgot if that cave was accessible or not. I need to go back and check that out. No, I'm really tired. Again, I spent all day yesterday in the sun. I think it did a number on me. Yeah, Russell's got the right idea.
Be halted.
You must have been talking to Mrs. Bring It Dawn. She gets tired of my cocky attitude. Alright, cannot go in that cave.
Losing my temper.
Yeah, that's another good point, Boggart. I'm the coolest guy out of all the losers on the internet. I keep forgetting what I'm supposed to even be doing. I'm waiting for us to look for the thing. I might have the perception I need to go find Armag's tomb. Let me just head up that way. We're just wasting time.
I need to catch my breath.
There we go. Found Armag's tomb, everybody. It took me no time at all.
Hey, dwarf. You ever miss your home and your kin? Sounds
The
like what
easiest
you
way to
said
be
your
cool on
kin
Reddit
said
is to
was
just not say
mine.
anything. Most of the time.
Why ask if you know the answer?
No, I use Reddit for very, very simple purposes. I use it to find out information about video games, help other people with video games they're playing, and Warhammer lore and stuff like that. So, I already took a nap today, and it didn't help. Oops. That's the conundrum I'm facing. Now I feel like physically exhausted. Because ever since I got out of the military, I haven't spent a lot of time out, or as much time outside. So yesterday was a pretty draining experience. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that was a problem a lot of people had for Armag's tomb. The only reason I found it there is because I did the book event with the old man on the raft. Because I walked past this area once and I didn't find it.
What's that?
Primitives!
Over there!
Oh, I do not want Emiria with me for this. I need to get rid of her. Alright, let's go get rid of Emiria and bring Canera with us. Oh man. Alright, we were talking about Lord of the Rings earlier. Who's everyone's favorite character from Lord of the Rings? Or from, I guess all.
I won't let you down.
All of, you need any character from, Tolkien's works. How about that? We'll open it up a bit.
Onwards!
And then you can also tell me why it's Gimli.
Head on!
Yeah, I used to like Legolas, but as I get older, I've started to appreciate dwarves more. Because elves, again, used to be my favorite probably never mentioned that. But elves used to be my favorite fantasy race, and then I started to like dwarves more. When I started getting into Warhammer 40 or Warhammer Fantasy, I started to get into dwarves. Leaf 1 twig number 334. Is that a reference that I'm missing? Or a joke that went over my head?
Any brilliant ideas?
State
Alright,
your
let's
desire.
do some of these longer lasting buffs. Oh, never mind, okay. I get the joke now. Haha.
Request.
You can count on me.
No, I actually did a presentation on Tolkien for a college project.
I thought you'd never ask.
And I set up the slides for the presentation so that each background for each slide was a part of Middle Earth's history. I think it was all through the Second Age, canonically. So like the slides told a story while I was presenting Tolkien. Oh, absolutely. Tom Bombadil is the core of the lore.
What's the holdup?
I mean, without him, do we even have Lord of the Rings?
I won't be halted. Pay attention.
Oh, ghosts. Yeah, screw that. Hold on.
Grotus awaits us.
We need Death Ward.
You require my assistance?
Ready and willing.
What's new?
Stasioni Savitur. Stasioni Savitur. Stasioni Savitur.
Share your will.
Tashani Savitur. Tashani Savitur.
Ask.
Who had the communal stone skin? Oh, she does.
Ona Ariana.
We do it my way.
I'll fight if I have to.
Take this quick.
I lead, you follow.
It's funny, the dwarves are actually based off Jewish culture from Tolkien's time, and a lot of people try to find. This is again why I don't want politics on the channel, because you can misconstrue anything. People try to accuse Tolkien of being racist. Supposedly orcs are supposed to represent black people. They don't. And then he's trying to represent dwarves as Jewish, but it's all complimentary of the time. Like, they were excellent craftsmen. Their language and everything was supposed to be based off things in their culture and stuff as well. Okay. That joke didn't go over my head. No, I think he put Tom Bombadil in there mostly as maybe a nod to his kids, because Tom Bombadil was a character in his children's stories for his own children. So maybe it was just like something for them to connect to his story with. Alright, let's do this. We don't take any damage that way.
Onwards.
I think there's a way to get more experience out of that, but this is fine.
Oh, look!
We do it my way.
Yeah, my dog likes to chew on ottomans, not comforters.
I don't like surprises.
I won't be halted.
Speak.
What a surprise. Enjoy your final moment.
Everybody hold up, hold up. Yeah. Obviously. Who doesn't want to be
Will they ever learn?
a very well-feared warlord? I think, didn't he die? He was held like in a prison, like underneath his castle. That's where he ended up dying at. Yeah, my Vlad knowledge is a little lackluster. Outside of, you know, Dracula, of course. Come on. Ghost leather. Oh, that's actually really good.
Head on.
But speaking of Vlad, I did enjoy the movie Dracula Untold.
You should take a look.
I know it's not the greatest movie ever made, but like some of the cinematics and stuff in it were just top notch. And his armor looked really cool. Reminded me very much of a Blood Knight from Warhammer Fantasy, which I appreciate.
Onwards.
How curious.
I lead. You follow.
Oh, I don't like surprises.
I think the Dracula Untold is okay for our conversation because the actor also played what's his face in The Hobbit. Though I will say for the Hobbit films, I think the animated movie was much better than the new trilogy. No, maybe. No, I'm gonna pretend it was deliberate. He knew what he was doing. I'm assuming they were medium
What a
rare.
surprise. How curious.
just raw. Well, I guess that's how Dracula would prefer it.
What a surprise.
I won't let you down. Onwards. Together.
Oh, I wonder how much it would actually hurt, considering their body would probably go into shock. And they probably wouldn't feel a whole lot of it.
I won't be halted.
Anyway, I guess it depends how slowly they were lowered onto the stake. But I do know that a lot of the Romanians consider him a hero.
Do it my way.
Because again, he was standing against the Ottoman Empire. As far as empires go, the Ottoman Empire was not the worst one to be a part of. I mean, they were tolerant, so you could still worship however you wanted. The only downside was you would have to give your kids as a tax to the Ottomans. And they would educate them as Turks. But again, as far as empires go, not that bad. Alright, I'll get back to you on it. If I don't upload tomorrow, you'll know why.
Head on!
Actually, a lot of the big empires were pretty tolerant, all things considered. I mean, they had to be if they're going to conquer a lot of land. There's no way they'd
How curious.
be able to keep unrest in check if they weren't hegemonous. I think that's how you pronounce it. Hegemonous? Hegemony?
Onwards!
Which I believe Alexander the Great was one of the first empires to actually practice hegemony, which was then adopted by the Romans, of course. They took a lot from everybody else. But they're quick to tell everyone, or they're quick to try and take credit for everything.
Run them through!
You cannot stand against me. Yeah.
I won't be halted.
Actually, I think a lot of their alphabet was adopted from the Etruscan alphabet, if I'm
What
not
a
mistaken.
surprise.
Which is the kingdom that existed in Italy right before the Romans. But I think it's actually like, I think they took the alphabet and just turned put it backwards and turned it into the alphabet, if I'm not mistaken. I'd have to look that up to verify, so don't quote me on that, but I think that's what they did. They basically took the Etruscan alphabet and they flipped it backwards and said it was theirs.
We do it my way. Battles await. Cut them to pieces! Let's hear you cry.
Advance!
Die!
This is going to hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, the Romans are notorious for just taking other people's ideas and stuff. They're pretty good at it.
Patrizio Turinos!
Well, that joke could go one of two ways, Boggart. I'm gonna go with the witchcraft trials, and I'm gonna say more weight.
Onwards!
Oh, I am heavily encumbered. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting to see if the shield is better than what Jathal has on. Five armor class and increased speed. This is better for melee, which is what we're mostly going to be fighting here, so keep what we have.
Head on.
Oh yeah, shoot. Hey, we leveled up. Neat. Yeah, what's his face was a very
How curious.
very cool individual.
I won't be.
And the whole reason he didn't admit to being guilty was because if he had admitted to being guilty, the law of Salem would have had given all of his property to the government, so his children and wife wouldn't have gotten his property. The government would have seized it. So him not admitting guilt allowed them to inherit it all on his death, and that's supposedly why he did it.
We do it my way.
I'm not afraid.
Burn.
Oh yeah, we need to level up. Ooh, more danger sense. That's exciting. It's not exciting. Well, I mean, as with any era in history, there's always hit or misses scattered throughout. Which is kind of part of what makes humanity great. Everyone's their own little, everyone's unique. So not everything's gonna affect everybody the same way. I don't even know what to get here. Increased damage reduction, maybe? Fearless Rage would be good, I guess. What to get here? I guess effortless armor. I don't. Yeah, we'll try that. Ooh, last level of Arcane Trickster. Hot dog. Wonder if this is any good. 1 minute per level. Yeah, I guess we'll do that. Doubt I'll ever use it, but we have it. In case I decide to. Cursed Bomb might be good. Might be fun to play around with. More Stone Skin Communal, so we don't run out of it. I didn't give her her new hat. Well, shoot, I'm not gonna give her a new hat. Yeah, I'm just gonna get Iron Will, I think.
What a surprise.
I lead, you follow.
Yes, I think I am going to push forward and try to take care of Armag this stream, and then the next one, or I'll call it after we defeat Armag. Then the next one will get coronated.
Oh, sorry. Was lost in thought.
Whoop, don't want to heal her. She probably wouldn't appreciate that.
We do it my way.
Oh gosh, get back.
Yes, I'm still here.
There we go. Alright, let's go, guys.
I won't be.
Oh, there's also fire around here. Hold on.
You have my attention.
Alright, let's go. Run the gauntlet, guys. Alright, should have picked up that stuff. I wish this game had like a half inventory menu or inventory screen so I could just click and drag stuff out of the inventory. Yeah, a lot more convenient.
What do we have here?
Jeez Louise. Just keep running, guys. Y'all got it.
I like what I see.
Stupid gauntlet.
I lead, you become
Turn you to ash.
It's a good thing I have my fire resist up.
I won't be halted.
My search was not in vain.
An amulet of Agile Fist +2. I'm glad that's what this whole chamber was dedicated
We do
to.
it my way.
What a waste.
State your desire.
It is a princess.
I wonder if I'm gonna get a unique interaction with the that Guardian cleric as a barbarian. Probably not.
You can't stop me!
I don't like some. To the dust you will go.
Out of my way!
But a boy can dream.
How curious.
Head on! None shall escape! Let's hear you cry!
They just take levels from it. I have Death Ward up. Oh no, it wore off. That's gonna be problematic. Alright. who has our regular restoration?
What country is this? Where is the lavish dining, the festivals? Place barely merits a footnote in my compendium.
There we go.
Onwards!
Alright, now that I know Death Ward has fallen off, I need to make sure that Jaethal is actually tanking for us. Does this take us into that central chamber, or is this a different room? Central chamber. Don't want to go there yet. We've already opened up that chest. If I remember correctly, there is a hidden doorway at the end of this hallway. That's where you find the helmet that summons barbarians.
I won't be halted.
Should be right here,
What a
yeah.
surprise. How curious.
Or it might be the one with the belt in it. There's two unique barbarian items. You have the belt of like Korgath or whatever. Maybe it's Korgath's mask. I don't know.
You follow.
Oh yeah, this is the Korgath Shackled Fury. Doop, 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 doop. That I can't use because you have to be lawful good, right? Or lawful in general. +6 enhancement bonus to strength, a +5 competence bonus to persuasion skill checks when used to intimidate. It'd be perfect for my barbarian in this build. It's also really good for paladins. Man, I wish I was lawful. I guess lawful evil would have been the route to take.
Consider me. Face me if you dare.
I shouldn't be up front.
A fine use of my talents.
Oh boy.
You should take a look.
Onwards!
He's got one level taken from him. We'll go ahead and take care of that,
So, any brilliant ideas?
so I don't forget.
Magritio Turino.
So we'll rest again before we fight Armag. This golem's in this room, right? Yep.
This is for you!
Scared? You should be.
I don't like surprises. Repent! I am prepared to meet my end.
Alright, good. I don't see any specters in here. Don't have to worry about it.
My search was not
Out of my way!
Oh man.
I won't be halted.
Oh, way to go that way. Kind of looks like there'd be a path there, but I guess not. So everything on this side has been cleared out, so let's go this way.
Losing my temper.
I should almost be out of bombs as
My
well.
skills are getting
I am out of bombs. Yeah, so we'll definitely rest before we confront Armag.
We do it my way.
I think east is the way we have to go, so let's go north first.
Unworthy.
Let's give them what they deserve. Ha!
Sweet.
I lead, you follow.
Maybe this way was the way forward. They might connect.
What a surprise.
Let's have Jathaw
Request.
lead the charge here.
Submit.
I want them all to face her. Come on and get some, guys.
Wretched things.
Your life ebbs low.
Well, these are bloody bone beasts. That could be a little problematic. So we have a way to knock them down or slow them down. So I think they're like naturally hasted or something. Now they move very fast. Let's make sure everybody's attacking. Oh. Alright, so we get the cleric. Resurrect our main character again.
Yes, I'm still here.
You require my assistance?
I thought I had another heal on hand. I guess not.
Magritium Turinos. Magritium Turinos. Magritium Turinos.
Burn through some of these less valuable heals.
Magritium Turinos. Magritium Turinos. Magritium Turinos. Magritium Turinos.
Oh yeah, I might be able to put that on that relic armor, the artifact armor that turns you into a Smilodon on my Barbarian. I don't remember all of its effects, but I know that you can turn into a Smilodon with it.
Curious.
Cloak of the Bear, don't remember what that does. +4 resistance bonus on all saving throws and +4 competence bonus to CMD. I might just go to give that to him. Do you have a +4? What does she have? Oh, yeah, that. That's not going anywhere. +3, and what, she have a +2? Yeah. You need an upgrade. Alright, so there's another path I did not go. There we go.
Move
Clear
on.
that out, then we can rest. And then head on upstairs. Take on Armag, the Twice-Born Warlord, which is a super... He has a very cool title, very cool moniker.
I'm positive I found something.
I think it's the best named chapter in the game. The Twice-Born Warlord. Just sounds cool. Sounds epic. Yeah, that's why I like sparing him. Especially since I don't plan on using his sword. And we become blood brothers.
We do it my way.
What a waste.
You cannot stand against me.
Become as dust.
That's more like it.
Repent.
Alright, Barbarian, you just need to get out of here. Don't want you to die.
A clever ploy. Learn while I live.
Your life
I'm
ebbs low.
superior.
Yeah, it's probably the most rational decision. Honestly, but I don't mind letting him continue to be the chieftain.
I won't be.
Because he does embody everything that barbarians respect when he's not being manipulated by the defaced sisters, so I don't think he's a bad leader.
Grotus awaits us.
Forgot what. Oh yeah, I'm trying to heal up. You know what? I'm gonna try and not heal because we're about to rest anyway. So, but yeah, I do think that sparing him is the best course of action, unless you really want the sword. I was hoping when I spared him, he would hand us the sword over because he'd feel like he didn't deserve it or something. But it's like, nah, I'm gonna keep this.
Head on.
Share your will. Advance.
No one stands in my way.
Scared? You should be.
Uh oh, get away from him. Oh yeah, the ring. No, sorry, the executioner. What do you do, my friend? Human Bane. It's very good for this dungeon. That's for sure. And I guess in Patax as well.
We do it my way.
How curious.
It's hard to give up a permanent freedom of movement buff. I mean, it's just like Spider's Bane in Baldur's Gate. There it is. War-painted skull of Duthica. So that name always reminded me of Boudica.
Onward!
I doubt there's supposed to be. I highly doubt it's supposed to be a reference to it, but. So I wonder if I equip this, if it allows. I'm missing a lot of levels here. I wonder if you enter Rage with this helmet, if you get all your Barbarian feats. I don't see why you wouldn't, but if I wasn't focused on Charisma, I would equip it. But since I am using Charisma, I don't think it's in my best interest to have it equipped. But I do use this a lot. The Barbarians it summons are pretty strong. Looks so dumb on him. Might give it to her. Because again, I do like having those barbarians up. And that 2 armor class isn't that big of a deal. If we can put more bodies on the field, I guess it wouldn't really matter. We did just blow through this dungeon. I will say this is one of the easier dungeons in the game, at the point that you get to it. Especially coming from Mordecai's Tomb, which is, in my opinion, one of the hardest dungeons of the game, besides the last one. But the last one attacks you with just a bunch of cheese and stuff. But then again, you could also say the Tenebrous Depths as well, so.
To be neither alive nor dead. What does it feel like?
Want to try it? I'm afraid you wouldn't make a quality undead specimen. Just a zombie with a pretty face. But your thought processes would not change significantly.
Oh yeah, he's still,
Thinking.
Let's take care of that. Come on.
Matritio Purinos.
I'm losing my temper.
Yes? What's new?
Alright, buff up everybody.
Aboranes Sentes. Aboranes Sentes. Aboranes
So,
Sentes.
any brilliant ideas?
Unimosi Travisi. Unimosi Travisi. Unimosi Travisi. Unimosi Travisi. Unimosi Travisi.
Everywhere I go,
Matritio
My skills are getting rusty.
people said it was better before I arrived.
Alright, pretty sure that's all the long-lasting buffs. I mean, I could do Stone Skin Communal and stuff, but we'll hold off on that for now. I'll grab all this stuff, we'll get rid of what we don't want, because we won't be coming back down here, so gotta take what we can. Oops, give me that one back. Alright, I don't think I missed anything on that floor. I hope I didn't, as far as artifacts and relics are concerned. Alright, let's do a quick save. Go talk to what's his face. Zorik, that's his name. I forgot. Nope, try that again. I'll remember if any of the intimidates work except for the last one. I do wish there was a barbarian unique interaction here. You'd be like, I'm a barbarian, yada yada.
I won't be halted.
You'd be like, okay, well, go on by then. Oh, it reduces that one for every one of these you do. So I wonder if you get more experience. Oh. Alright, so I'll do the first one, then I'll do the last one. I think that'll net us the most experience. Or just doing the straight 50 one might actually be the best. I'll just do the straight 50. Get the most experience that I can. I'm only 12 off, that's not bad. I'm gonna get that roll. That's a lot of experience right there for a 50 skill check or difficulty check. That's at least the 60,000 one, right? Oops, didn't do that. Yeah, 61,000. Jumped up like half a level there.
I won't be halted.
How curious.
Definitely worth reloading. And one of these vents has an item in it that I think is easily missed. Yeah, this one.
My search was not in vain.
Yeah, it's one of the scraps too for the relics, so definitely be thorough in here. So I think I've missed that one before.
Onwards.
Or thought I did. Alright, so our mag is coming up. I don't think it's this room, it might be the one after. But let's play it safe and...
State your desire.
I'm losing my temper.
Ready and willing.
My skills are getting rusty.
Command me.
What manner of country is this? Where is the lavish dining, the festivals? This place barely merits a footnote in my compendium.
You can count on me.
I lead. You follow.
Lies. Armag's entire life a lie. Armag is not Armag. The sword says it is Armag. The sword, it calls Armag an imposter. What now? What? What to do? Who is Armag now?
Hush, my boy. Calm. You really are Armag. There have been no lies. But your soul has slept in the sword for so long, it just doesn't recognize you. It will soon, though, and everything will be all right. You know you are a hero, a great chieftain, the greatest of all chieftains.
Stop!
Oh, didn't mean to click through that.
Lying. Armag is not even Armag anymore. Was never Armag in the first place. Armag is like the 8 mothers now. No name, no tribe, no destiny. What's left now? What? Only revenge!
You cannot stand against me.
Consider me provoked.
Alright, let's get him, guys.
Out of my way. Quickly.
I might be in a little bit of trouble here because he went after my main character instead of Jathal.
The 8 mothers fed Armag, raised him, taught him everything he knows. Since he was born...
Actually, you know what? I'm going to reload that because I didn't get the experience for killing him because I was dead. Let's try that again. Also, I was talking to him while I was dead, which, you know, it's a bit of a plot hole.
Lie.
Chop. Chop, the old chop and pop. That's what I call that move. Alright, Octavia, first things first, let's pop this. Yeah, Jatha also just got brutally murdered.
Battles await.
There we go. And everybody survived.
They ate one more thing. Once, Armagh heard them talk about
Yeah.
another system.
I was a retroactive
They
Force
all
Ghost.
served. When he asked, they lied. Said there was no ninth sister. That Armagh had misheard them. He should have understood then that they weren't to be trusted. Those who lie once are not to be believed twice. Armagh, the great chieftain of the past, was buried here. Armagh, the great chieftain of the present, was born again. He had to return here to reunite with his soul, the one sleeping within the sword, to become whole again, to restore his power, to reign over the land again, to challenge the gods again. That's what the Eight Mothers told Armagh. They lied. They were lying all along. Armagh took the sword and spoke to Armagh's soul. The sword said Armagh was not Armagh, but just an impudent brat. Ancient Armagh's rage blazed like a torch in the night. All that was hidden was unveiled at once. Everything. The Eight Mothers raised Armagh, and since childhood they kept saying Armagh was a great man with a great destiny. Lies! Lies and more lies! Armagh is not Armagh. Armagh is just a toy for the Eight Witches. But no more. Armagh's life is over. But at least he dies free from all lies. Ancient Armagh, great chieftain of the past, invincible hero, Gorham's champion. He served only Gorham. Not his people, no. Only Gorham. When he killed, it was not to feed his people, not to gain glory, not for wealth, not for power. No, it was the other way around. He fed his people to make them better killers. The blade was thirsty. It quenched its thirst on the blood of Armagh's fellow tribesmen. Ancient Armagh was a great warrior, that much is true. But he was a bad chieftain. He would send his people to their deaths for no good reason. Armagh wasn't a hero. Armagh was a kinslayer. The Eight Mothers used to say that today's Armagh is a great chieftain, just like ancient Armagh. He would defeat anyone he wanted as soon as he could find his soul. They said all he needed to do was find the tomb. Then he could conquer Restov, conquer all of Brevoy. Just find the tomb. But did ancient Armagh need some stupid tomb? No! He just fought and won! If Armagh is really Armagh, he would be bound to win. But this Armagh is not that Armagh. He led his people into a trap. Realized too late that he won't be able to take Restov. And that's when the Eight Mothers told him they had found the tomb. Armagh entered the tomb to become stronger, to save his people, to bring them glory and riches. But all he found was death. Ancient Armagh and present Armagh have that in common.
We always only achieve death. Even presumed success in mortal matters is actually just one more step toward the grave.
Thanks, Harem.
The soul, trapped in this sword. His power became his curse. But the sword's curse brought Armagh's power too. His rays burned away all lies, burned away false destiny. Armagh sees things clearly now. Armagh will create his own destiny. A living soul is stronger than any ancient dead man. The ghost in this sword can whisper whatever he likes. He will never dominate Armagh again.
See, but he... What's stopping it from happening now? Like, what would stop him from being overwhelmed by the sword later on? I mean, that's even part of the sword's effect.
Armagh will answer. The soul, the one holding Armagh's life in his hands, didn't take it. This cannot be forgotten. Let us fraternize, become sworn brothers. Brothers.
Alright.
I won't be.
And I've gained a valuable ally.
How curious.
But also lost out on a very powerful weapon. But also a very dangerous weapon. But I've read, some people have said that like the effect is never triggered and they've never lost control of their character, so maybe it's worth trying out at some point in the future. Let's get back.
Speak.
Kashani Savitur, Tashani Savitur, Kashani Savitur, Tashani Savitur.
Fabrizio Turinos!
State your desire.
Consider
Alright, just barely.
This is not the end.
Starting Bloody Bone Beasts. I mean, I could micromanage it significantly better,
Yes, I'm still here.
Fabrizio Turinos!
but Bloody Bone Beasts are still a potent foe. And never to be taken lightly.
Onwards.
Oh, excuse me. This hiccup thing. Oh, Greatsword +3. The same place that you could potentially get Ovenerain.
I lead, you follow.
I'm sure that's a fair trade-off.
We do it my way.
What a surprise.
What a longsword +3.
I won't be halted.
I think I got all the pieces of the Kellid set. Hope I did. Alright, the Protector's Robe. That's the... yeah, lawful good.
Head on.
Alright, and that's that. Another chapter complete. Well, except for the coronation. Where they're gonna put a chaotic evil orc barbarian in charge. Sure that nothing could go wrong with that. Alright, nothing to it. Let's get out of here. Alright, so I will travel back to the capital, but we won't start the coronation until the next stream. But there might be some random encounters on the way, so did I pick up that +3 longsword that was in the tomb? I know I dropped it. No, it was armor. Never mind. Was it armor? Eh, whatever. We'll leave. It's fine. I'm not hurting for money. Heck, after I sell all this, I might even have close to 1 million. Right? No, probably not. I'm close to 700,000 right now. Right? Oh no, I'm almost at 800,000. Yes, I might have 1 million gold after I sell all this stuff. So we'll hit up this town first, sell everything, and then get back to the capital.
I need to catch my breath.
Oh no, we're encumbered. A fight's not a good idea. I'm not one to back down from a challenge. Though they'll probably have to come to me, since I can't move.
Fate.
We do it my way.
I'm not afraid.
There we go. Once we're in combat, it's better.
Why don't we set up camp?
Onwards.
Thanks, Stormcat. I appreciate it.
All this waiting
Yes?
The end draws near.
I won't let you down.
What's new?
There we go. Boosted our strength enough to get out of dodge. I still want a new battle axe. Been rocking the +1 since the Rune Watchtower. Back in chapter 2.
Time to get some rest, isn't it?
Hey, good job, buddy. Stop them dirty freethinkers. There's a 1 in 2 chance of figuring that out. 85% chance. Claim Glenabon. Deal with that later, I guess. Oh, I never did this, did I? So, because you have to wait around and do that. We'll do it after the coronation, because we have some time until the next... Yeah, we have plenty of time.
My strength fades.
I'm losing my temper.
Sure. Alright, to the capital, straight shot.
I need to catch my breath.
Alright, and I'm going to call the stream here for tonight. And the next one, we'll attend our own coronation and deal with a bunch of kingdom management stuff. Starting with claiming Glenabon and the Daranar marches. And then whatever else pops up after that. So if you're here, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the conversations. Hope everybody stays safe, especially those of you in the big cities. I hope you enjoy the rest of your days, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. As soon as this exits, there we go. Alright everybody, take care.